My name is Zartanok, and this is my account of the day the humans arrived on Solana, our peaceful homeworld of spiritual contemplation and harmony, and turned it into, well, something else entirely. The humans appeared in their gaudy ships, neon lights blazing across the sky, blasting music so loud it caused tremors that cracked our ancient meditation stones. At first, we thought it must be some cosmic mistake. Surely no species intended such chaos. But no. They landed in the sacred reflection fields, stumbled out in bizarre attire, some barely clothed, others adorned in glowing fur-covered garments, and proclaimed our homeworld to be the perfect party spot. The Zorgath are a peaceful people. Confrontation is not in our nature. We resolved to coexist. High Seer Malvek, in his infinite wisdom, proposed a diplomatic approach. Surely a species capable of interstellar travel could be reasoned with. We sent an emissary to speak with their leader. When he returned, his once serene white robes had been dyed in a style the humans would later refer to as tie-dye, and his head was adorned with a hat that read, "Party or Perish," in glowing letters. He clutched a drink that emitted a faint hum, and his expression was oddly euphoric. "We must allow it," he said, voice trembling. "The humans have brought margaritas." And so, our nightmare began. The first weeks were chaos incarnate. The humans established beach bars in our meditation groves and transformed the sacred crystal cliffs into an endless display of neon banners reading "Spring Break Eternus" and "If the Zorgath are contemplating, we're celebrating." Their ships emitted constant, deafening bass drops, and their rituals involved screaming "shots" while consuming luminous liquids. Our most devout monks attempted to reason with them, only to return wearing glow necklaces and speaking reverently of something called EDM. It became painfully clear the humans were unlike any species we had ever encountered. Worse still were the bachelorette parties. Groups of human females clad in matching sashes and novelty headdresses roamed our towns, shouting and engaging in some of the most obnoxious behaviors we've ever witnessed. At one point, they even stormed the cloud monastery, demanding rosé all day. The monks were beside themselves. It was pandemonium. Pure, unrelenting pandemonium. And yet, something unexpected happened. The humans brought credits. A lot of credits. Our artisans, who once crafted crystal sculptures out of devotion, began selling them as souvenirs. Farmers couldn't harvest zerfruit fast enough to meet the demand for mystical mimosas. Even the monks of the Cloud Monastery were inundated with requests for guided psychedelic trips, but with EDM and lasers. Our once humble economy began to flourish. The humans tipped generously, sometimes absurdly so. One time a youngling playing an ocarina in the market earned enough credits in a single day to retire. The humans, in their drunken fervour, declared our villages vibes and showered us with wealth. Then things got even weirder. The humans introduced theme nights. On Space Pirate Wednesdays, they piloted hoverskiffs, tossing glitter and synthetic gemstones. On Hair Metal Mondays, they donned dazzling garments and attempted dances that often ended in broken furniture and endless laughter. As time went on, we began to engage in more of their practices. Our younglings abandoned their holotexts to join the humans in contests of limbo. Elders, who had spent lifetimes in solemn reflection, began attempting something called karaoke. And, though it pains me to admit, I caught myself smiling as a human somersaulted into the sacred pool of introspection shouting, "Cannonball!" The humans weren't just disrupting our traditions, they were teaching us something. They lived in the moment, celebrating existence with reckless abandon. It was bewildering, maddening, and, strangely, beautiful. Still, not all of us were convinced. The council convened again to discuss the matter. Many argued that the humans' antics threatened our cultural identity. Haise Malvek, however, had been transformed. "Perhaps," he said, choosing his words wisely, his once serene voice now tinged with uncharacteristic joy. "The humans are not a disruption, but a lesson. They have shown us that the universe is vast and full of mysteries, and that sometimes it's okay to be a bit lit." The council voted unanimously to allow the humans to stay, provided they respected certain boundaries. They did not. We pretended they did. Today, Solana is unrecognizable. It is no longer a haven of quiet meditation, but it is something else entirely. Our once solemn crystal cliffs now host nightly light shows. The sacred pool of introspection is the site of bi-weekly pool parties. And our economy, once modest, has become the envy of the galaxy. As I write this, I sit beneath the cliffs, watching a human attempt to ride a hoverskiff while juggling Zerfruit and screaming "YOLO!" at the top of his lungs, and I think to myself, perhaps the universe really is vast enough to contain both contemplation and chaos. Perhaps we were the ones who were misguided. Perhaps their absurdity is something to be admired.